Hey guys, welcome to 3xdmarketing.com with Sebastian Roman. So today I want to discuss something very important with you guys. This is part 2 of customer, or I should say retention in your network marketing company. Now, this is kind of, I'm going to rattle some chains with this because some people don't want to hear this. You know, they're drinking their Kool-Aid too much, of the company's Kool-Aid, and they're all hyped up on their juice, and they don't want to hear the truth. I've been in business since I was 19. I've had my own private enterprise. I've done very well. I've grown multiple businesses, as well as a network marketing company. So, you know, I've been around the block. I've seen it. And at the end of the day, you know, it only comes down to a few things in life to keep people retention going. So first, it's totally different when you have a customer retention versus a business opportunity retention. You got to look at those as two different things. As a customer retention, you got to treat them totally different. There's a lot of different strategy you can do for that. There's a lot of different things you can do for that to keep them going, to either upsell them or, you know, making sure they understand what products you're taking and how they're taking it. And it's very good for you to always be in contact with those people. And I always have protocols for my customers on what I do every month to make sure they're doing well and they keep going and to show that I care. Now, on the business part of it, that's totally different. Now, I talked a little bit about before about talking about addressing the mindset issues first. Now, it's very important as well. Yes. Now, there's a lot of strategies you can do, you know, that a lot of companies do to keep customer retention going and to keep them, you know, people doing things. You know, a lot of companies out there, you know, to keep retention going, they'll do the car deal. They'll do the car deal where, you know, you qualify for, you know, a BMW or whatever. You know, they have this car program. Now, unless you are in the market for a car, it is ridiculous to fall for that. Because in most companies, unless they just buy you a car and give it to you, that's different. They tell you you qualified and we're going to help you pay this car on your dime, on your credit. Now, as the company, it's great for them because they just got you into debt. And they didn't want you to be motivated to, you know, keep things going because you got to pay this car off. That's how they're doing some of their customer retention. That's complete crap, guys. It is. Think about it. You know, unless you're already in the market for a car and you happen to, you know, be in one of these companies and it's, you know, great, I qualify. Well, I was in the market anyways, let's do it. It is irresponsible for a company to preach, you know, to go get people. Well, they preach on, let's get you, make you more money and get you out of debt. Let's do this, let's do that. Join our company. This can be one great party, and you're going to have all this financial freedom. But by the way, I want you to get into a $30,000, $40,000 debt for the company. That is stupid. Real business people that have been around the block do not do that. They see right through that. You know, they say, that is lame. I'm not going to do that. Unless I'm in the market for it, then yes, you know, that's a good deal. You know, if that's your case, then it's a good deal. That is one way that I don't agree with that most companies are doing. That's absolutely, you know, irresponsible to get your distributors or your people into debt. Well, another thing is, at the end of the day, let me ask you, why did you join the company you are in? It's not the products. You can't be saying that. It's not the, because, you know, you love how the company is ran or whatever. No. At the end of the day, most people are going into business opportunity to be into their own business, to make money. That is why you're in business, to make money. Plain and simple. So at the end of the day, I can have all the strategy in the world and do everything perfect, and I'm going to still have high retention because at the end of the day, it's how much you're getting paid. Now, think about this, guys. This is very important, super important. Most companies preach on, you know, They show you this wonderful lifestyle, but you gotta earn it, and you gotta get to the next level, the next level, and the next level, and the next level, and the next level, and someday you'll be here. That's why there's such a high attrition rate in network marketing. Because they're getting you psyched up for the beautiful, lavish lifestyle up here, but it is dismal trying to get there. And it's only really 1 or 5% of the people really get to that level, and everyone else is either breaking even or barely making any money. So it's all about their compensation plan. At the end of the day, it's about the compensation plan. How much money am I making, especially in the beginning? That's what's going to be motivating. And let me tell you guys, let me stop right here and tell you, the word compensation is negative. That is I hate the word compensation. Compensation, you say that when you go to a store and you've been waiting in line for an hour. How are you going to compensate me? I'm sick of this. I've been waiting in line all day. How are you going to compensate me? I want a discount. Compensate. Look it up. Look up the word compensation. And in real business, we don't use compensation. When I get into a business, I look at ROI, return on my investment. I look at how much is my time worth, how much of my money am I putting in every month, and how much am I going to get out of the deal. Plain and simple. Am I going to break even in a month? Am I going to break even in 6 months? Am I going to break even in a year? What's going to happen? These are things you need to know if you're getting into business. And you need to know if you're going to get paid like a real business. That's the key. A lot of companies pay dismal. 10%, 5%, even 20-some% is dismal. Because you got all this product loading, or you have 20-some% on a small item that's 30, 40 bucks. Who cares? I mean, what's 20, 30% on a $40 product? Nothing. At the end of the day, that does not motivate me. So this is the reason why I'm talking about this. Retention is everything in business, but if you have business clients that are trying to do their own business, they damn well be better getting paid good, because there's nothing like the proper motivation as in getting paid. That's you won't hear me preaching about my company in none of my blogs. I'm not going to tell you all how I get paid and what. I'm going to tell you one part, just one thing, because I'm trying to show you an example. How my guys build up fast and build up their team quick, because they get 50%. That's like getting paid like a real business. 50% margin. Now that's motivating. Not 10, 25, percent. That's not motivating. I heard this one company, they told me, well, you gotta sell $2,500 in products, then you get to 20%. Oh, I gotta go prove myself after I just gave you money every month. That's bull crap. It's total bull. It's not a real business. A real business says, okay, I'm gonna get this much money from you every month. I'm gonna give you this much margin every month. Then we can qualify for other things. So the 50% on the customers and 50% on the business owners that my team gets is real. They can, that's huge for them. They can put it in their pocket, and that's motivating. They sell a $50 product, 50% of that. $99 product, 50% of that. $200-300 worth of products, 50% of that. Plain and simple. Like a real business, real margin. You have real margin to play with. Then I won't get into the leveraging now of your team, because that's so big that makes the 50% look like a baby. It really does. But I just want to show you an example of what is going to motivate people and what's going to get people going. And a lot of people are not going to I know I'm going to get some emails on this, but that's why I'm not saying my company name or anything. I'm not trying to be biased or whatever. But at the end of the day, I've owned a lot of businesses, and if you're going to have business people come on board and become business opportunity clients, then they need to get paid like a real business. Not, oh, here's the opportunity of doing something great, and here's the opportunity of, someday does not pay the bills, someday does not get things done, and someday does not motivate people enough. What motivates people right now, if they're in your business, is how much money am I getting paid? What's my ROI? That's what you should be thinking. What's my return on my investment? How much is my time worth? How much money am I putting into the business every month? And how much am I getting out of it? I tell network marketers this all the time. They come to me all the time. And they say, man, you got to check out my company, this and that, this and that. Okay, great. At the end of the day, I tell them, go do yours for 6 months and let's see what happens. And you know what? In 2-3 months, like, oh man, it wasn't how I expected. I was promised I was going to get paid all this stuff and weekly payouts and all this, and I'm actually in debt more because I'm paying this much more money for my products and this much money for training and this much money for this, and my commission is $1,000, and they're paying out like $1,000, into the business. But it is a business, at the end of the, some people can say and justify that and say, well, you got to build your business. You got to put money into it. That's fine. That is fine in some cases. But this is network marketing. You should only be able to put a little bit of money into the business and have a big enough percentage to justify all that, what you're doing. So there's no fancy way to put it, but you should think of it as not like, kind of think of it as a franchise, but not as a franchise, because in a franchise you do got to put a lot of extra time and a lot of extra money into the business, even though you already put a bunch of money into it. I've owned franchises, believe me, I've seen it. But in a network marketing company, you should only be able to put a little bit of money in every month a year, so for the products that you personally take or you use, and that should be enough. If it isn't, then you need to rethink about what you're doing, plain and simple, and think about what's my ROI, and am I properly investing my time and money into a proper company that's going to pay me out like a real business. So guys, I know this was kind of an eye-opener. I know that this was kind of different. I will be talking more in detail on different things, different aspects of strategy, but I just wanted to open your eyes a little bit. I wanted to shake you up a little bit. I wanted to make you think a little bit make you think about business a little bit differently. So I hope this helped. I know you're going to give me some emails from I know some guys out there going to give me some emails, but it's okay. I love it, man. Network marketing is fun. Remember, this is fun. At the end of the day, you should be jumping out of bed, loving life, and loving the business that you're in, and be loving, thanking God that He has blessed you to be on this earth. So, guys, you have a great day. I hope I wasn't too long, and I will see you on Facebook, and hey, who knows, maybe at some of the events. See you guys.